Morning. I'm Deepak Kumar Gupta. I'm here with a topic tense in English grammar for standard 10. Time and tense you must have heard. Time and tense is the backbone of English grammar, as you might be knowing. So first of all, we should know what is time and tense. There are three types of tenses. Before going over them, we should know about time. What is time? Time is a concept which is related to our perception of reality. There are three times: present, past, and future. So far, you also must be knowing. Now, we should know about tense. What is tense? Tense is a grammatical category which is marked by verb inflection and expresses when an action or when an event or an action happens in the flow of time. So I hope you must have got the differences between time and tense. Now we skip to the tense. Dear students, there are mainly three types of tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. So far, first of all, we will read about present tense. So a question arises: what is present tense? Present tense denotes an action taking place in the present time. For example, they laugh, they are laughing, they have laughed, they have been laughing. The farmers plow their fields, the farmers are plowing their fields, the farmers have already plowed their fields. And the last one, the farmers have been plowing their fields for long hours. So, just now you have seen 3 or 4 examples related to present tense. Now, we should know the kinds of present tense. A present tense has its 4 kinds, namely, first, simple present tense; second, present continuous tense; third, present perfect tense; and the last one is present perfect continuous tense. First of all, we will be discussing simple present tense. What is simple present tense? Simple present tense is used to talk about a repeated action or a habitual action that takes place again and again, over and again in the present time. For example, birds fly in the sky. He likes to have some chocolates. She likes to lick ice cream. I teach you. Dear students, you should be very watchful and careful about the uses of different types of tenses. There are some of the structures for them on the basis of which you can form sentences. There are 3 types of structures: affirmative, negative, and interrogative. First of all, we will talk about affirmative structure of simple present tense. In the structure of simple present tense, first of all, we have to use subject, and then according to the number and person of the subject, we should use verb forms, either V1 or V5. V5 means verb, root form of the verb including with S or ES, and it is considered as a singular verb. So to satisfy a singular subject of third person, we can use a singular verb with it. And if our subject stands for first person, second person, and third person plural number, then we should use their V1 form of the verb, means the basic form of the verb. And then after, if there is any object, we can place it after the use of verb. More examples I add: they play hockey in the field. He writes with a pen. Government runs many schemes for the poor and unemployed people of India, etc. Now, we skip to the negative structure of simple present tense, that is as follows. Subject, we have to use subject first, and then after we can use do or does not. Okay? We use do with first person with the subjects of first person, second person, and third person plural number. And whereas we use does with the subject of only third person singular number followed with not. And then after we have to use V1 form. V1 form, and then after we can place object if there is any. So in this way we can see that we can form various sentences upon the structures given here. And the last one, interrogative. You should know that there are two types of interrogative structures. One is said to be yes no question and another WH word question. What is yes no question? First let me express it. Yes no questions are used for confirmation, and the questions related to yes no are replied or answered in yes or no only. For example, do you help your brother? You may answer only in yes, in either in yes or no. Does he complete his homework? You can make a reply either in yes or no. So is it clear? This is called, or such types of sentences are called yes no questions. So we were talking about interrogative structure of simple present tense. First of all, we can use WH words like who, which, what, where, when, whom. Then after we can use do or does according to the number and person of the subject, and then after we can place their subject, and just after the use of subject we can add not if necessary if the sentence is in negative interrogative mode, and then V1 form, basic form of the verb, and at last if there is any object we can place it here. So I hope that you must have got this structure. Some of the examples I would like to add to our interrogative structure of simple present tense. For example, do you help your mother in the kitchen? Does she support you in the times of need? What do they do for you? How do they do it? Etc. Now, dear students, we will skip to the next kind of present tense, that is present continuous tense. Students, in this part we will be discussing the present continuous tense, that is also called the present progressive tense. Actually, the present continuous tense is a verb form used in modern English that combines the present tense with the continuous aspect also. It can be employed in both the indicative and subjunctive moods. Actually, it is a verb tense which is used to show that an ongoing action is happening now, either at the moment of speech or now in a large sense. The present continuous tense can also be used to show that an action is going in the meantime of speaking. And also, this tense can be used to show a future action, a recent future action in present continuous tense. For example, there are some examples I add here to the kind of tense. I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you. It means in the meantime of speaking, I'm teaching you. Birds are flying there in the sky. It means in the meantime of my speaking, birds are flying in the sky and I can see them. You all are listening to me very well and patiently. It means what? It means that in the meantime I am speaking, you all are listening to me. Giving some future references like she is going to buy a sari. She is going to buy sari. It gives you the clue of recent future action, as she is not at present purchasing the sari, but she is going to purchase it, and after some moments she can buy it. Some more examples. The Prime Minister is coming to Novacia tomorrow. It also gives the clue or reference of future tense. So, dear students, you might be understanding, I think, the structures will do a great job in order to make you learn better. We will be discussing the affirmative structure for present continuous tense. The affirmative structure is as follows. First of all, we use subject, and then according to the number and person of the subject, we place is, am or are as an auxiliary verb. Then after we can use the present participle form of the verb, also known as before form, and then after at last if we have any object we can place in the end. There are two examples I would like to give here. They are discussing the matter, the government is helping the poor and the needy. Now we will be discussing the negative structure too for present continuous tense, that is as follows. First of all, to form negative sentences, first of all we put subject, and then according to the number and person of the subject we use is, am or are as an auxiliary verb, and then after, as the sentence indicates in negation, in the negative form, we must use not, and then after we put present participle form of the verb before form, and then at last we can add some objects if there are any. For example, she is not doing her job. Mother is not cooking in the kitchen. They are not laughing at you. Now we will be discussing present perfect tense. What is present perfect tense? What does present perfect tense denotes? Suppose someone asks you to define present perfect tense, how can you do that? The present perfect tense denotes a recent past completed action, or an action that has just taken place before my speaking, or the action that has just completed before my speaking. For example, I have taught you simple present tense. They have taught me present perfect tense. He has already taken tea. These are some of the examples belonging to present perfect tense. Now we will be talking about the structures of present perfect tense. The affirmative structure goes like this. First of all we put subject, then after we can use has or have as per the requirement of the number and person of the subject. Then after we can use past participle form of the verb V3, and then if there is any object in the sentence we can add it in the end. So I think you must have got it. Two more examples I would like to add here. He has completed his homework. They have done this great job. Now we will be moving to the negative structure of present perfect tense, that is as follows. Subject, then after the use of has or have, then after not, and then we use V3 form, that is also known as past participle form of the verb, and if there is any object we can place it in the end. For example, Seema has not written any letter to her father. He has not missed his train, etc. Type of present tense that is to be read is present perfect continuous tense. But I would like to suggest you to know first the points of differences between points of time and period of time, because unless you have the sound knowledge of points of time and period of time, you cannot form any sentence based on the structure of present perfect continuous tense. Okay, so let's learn first the differences between point of time, what is point of time, and what is period of time. Dear students, point of time is used to refer to a specific time or event, and we denote the point of time by using since. For example, since last night, since morning, since evening, since April, since 2002, etc. As far as we concern the period of time could be in minutes, hours, days, months, or years. We do not we denote the period of time by using the preposition for. We know that for is a preposition and it has a tremendous and great uses in English grammar. For example, for 2 minutes, for 2 hours, for 2 days and 2 months, for 2 years, for centuries, for days, etc. Now we will be discussing how to use points and time, points of time and period of time in the sentences of present perfect continuous. Let's start to know what is present perfect continuous tense. So my dear students, the present perfect continuous tense, also called present perfect progressive tense, is a verb tense which is used to show that an action started in the past and has continued up to the present moment. It means what? The action or the job is not finished yet, but it is going on in the present even. The present perfect continuous tense usually emphasizes duration or the amount of time that an action has been taking place. Some examples I would like to add. You have been waiting here for 2 hours. You have been waiting here 2 hours. This sentence denotes an action that is started in the past time and has continued till the present, and still the job is not yet completed or finished. The job is still continued. It means you have been waiting here for 2 hours. The job of waiting is continued. It is not finished yet. We have 3 structures: affirmative, negative and interrogative, to form sentences based on them for present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense is formed using the structure in affirmative as subject. First of all, we have to put subject. Then after, according to the number and person of the subject, we have to use their has or have. Then we should place necessarily the use of being, and then the past participle form, present participle form of the verb, that is also called before form. One more example I would like to add. Mr. Roy has been working in this office for years. It means what? Mr. Roy started to work in this office in the past time and has continued up working there in the office till the present time. It means that his job is not yet completed. He is still working in that office. So we may call it a sentence of present perfect continuous tense, on the basis of which numerous of sentences can be formed or you can form. Some more examples I would like to add to make all the doubts clear for you. Like, she has been working at that company for 3 years. It means what? She started working in that company 3 years before, okay, or 3 years ago, and she is still working there. What have you been doing for the last 30 minutes? It means something you started to do 30 minutes ago, which is still continued. It means the job you were doing or you were engaged in is not finished yet. One more example. We have been waiting here for over 2 hours. It means we started waiting 2 hours ago, which is still continued. It means the job is not finished. So such types of examples belong to present perfect continuous tense. Once again, I would like to make you revise all types, some examples from all types of tenses, all types of present tenses. First of all, I would like to add 2 examples from simple present tense. They allow him to go there. They allow him to go there. She finishes her daily routine. Both these sentences are from simple present tense. Now, 2 examples from present continuous tense. He is still working. They are laughing at her. Both these examples belong to present continuous tense, that is also known as present imperfect tense. Now two more examples from present perfect tense. He has worked hard. Another example, they have helped me in the hours of need. Now, two examples from present perfect continuous tense. They have been watching television since morning. The farmers have been plowing their fields since the sunrise. Okay? So, dear students, I hope that you must have got all of these explanations about present tense. Thank you very much. And again, I will appear before you with the explanations of future tense. Thank you very much.